All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Like I said, as promised, we're going to go over a few things today in this video, outlining how PvP has changed, and I honestly think it's for the better. I understand some people have some issues with how it works now, but I'll be honest with you, in my own personal opinion, this is the most balanced PvP has ever been. There are so many weapons that are usable. Yes, you die a lot quicker. You get the damage production of assassin that doesn't work the way it used to. You get less because it's more complicated. It's an additional um, sentinel. All that stuff still works. Evasive works. Serendipity works. Dodgy works. All that stuff works really well. Um, so it's not about tanking anymore. It's about getting out of the line of fire and returning fire as fast as possible. So if you've worked yourself when you PvP before to do that inherently, you're probably going to have a lot of fun this season. And hopefully in the future, they don't revert any changes that I've seen so far. They make some small changes, especially with the Pip-boy. There are some little small issues I'll go over with you in case you've been having these issues and understand why it's doing it. Not really understand why it's doing it. Just the fact that it is happening. And maybe Bethesda get on it and get it fixed because I think it's a problem for PvE and PvP. To be fair, it's not just a single type of player issue. It encompasses everybody. So what we're gonna do is thank you for saying for the intro, obviously, and we're gonna get right into it in here in just a second. And like I said, we're gonna go over some topics. If there's anything y'all would like to talk about in the future, like the very immediate future, because there's gonna be a bunch of videos behind this, let me know. Comment. Just let me know what you're asking. Like what direct thing do you want me to explain to the best of my ability to, and hopefully help you out. And then, yeah, we'll move forward from there, guys. So give me just a second, and we're going to get right into it and start addressing some small things and big things that have changed in this update for PvP, as well as PvE, technically, because some of these things, yeah, they're across the board. It's not just a singular thing. So, yeah, see you in just a second, guys. All right, so let's introduce this part. This is how PvP changed in the line of sight. As you can see, I'm looking directly at my buddy Jay, and you see his dot, right? Now, I want you to notice he's not crouching. So you see his dot. Dot gone. Dot there. Dot gone. So even in PvP. So Jay, if you don't mind, let's aggro real quick. All right, so obviously line of sight, I can see him directly, and yeah, obviously I can see. Now remember, line of sight. No dot. No crouching. Still can't be seen. So if you're fighting somebody, let's say you're White Springs, for example, and you want to, get around and get a sneak damage on them. Obviously, if you use a commando, even PA, technically PA works too, because you don't have to. We're standing up, obviously. So I literally can just run around here as fast as I can and switch over and shoot him right here. Now he can see me. Can you see me, Jay, from there? Like, can you actually see my dot without looking directly
Yeah,
at
I
me?
can see it. I can see it.
Okay, so yeah, okay, so therefore, yeah, that was what I was curious about. It is all line of sight, guys. It's all line of sight now. It doesn't matter if you're crouched. Obviously, crouch can give you the buff of, okay, see, I'm in danger right now. I'm in thorn, so I get a little bit of sneak damage, so detected, so hidden. I step out, I am detected, so I won't get the sneak damage, obviously, at all. But I will be still, hidden. So if I do this, and I back up a little bit more, I'm guessing that damn robot's detecting me. Yep, see? Hidden. Hidden. So I'm going to get sneak damage on him. And I pull up closer and closer. I still think it's that damn robot, Jay. Because, see, now it says danger. So you won't get sneak damage from there. And PA is like twice that, twice that link. So yeah, good luck with PA. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be honest with you. PA is not the way. But yeah, thanks, Jay. Thank you, buddy. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, first things first. I'm facing this wall to make it a little bit easier to see the Pip-boy. Um, let's go over the Pip-boy. The changes of the Pip-boy and whether they were intentional or not, I don't know. But like I said, we'll see. Maybe Bethesda will highlight this or something, and we'll see. But as far as I can tell, for now, this is what I'm going to do to show you how I'm combating this. As you can see, got dark squirms and goo on me. Okay, so normally, this is what I would do in PvP fights. I would sort these, so if I had a lot of weight, for example, between this and toxic goo, I would go by stack weight. I also got more dark shreds, now the quantums. Okay, so normally, when you sort by weight, those heavier objects will be at the top. If you've also noticed, I'm pushing up on my D-pad and I can't scroll to the bottom. I push down, I can't scroll to the top, so it doesn't float. You have to go back and forth. You cannot go up and go down, and you can't go down to go up. That's no longer a thing, seemingly. Whether it's intentional, I don't know. Another thing, you see I have it sorted by weight, so therefore, pop me some goo. Grab my Pip-boy. Look at that. I'm on goo, but as you can tell, the sort weight went back to default, so to speak. It's not it's not staying that way. I don't know if that's intentional or whatever. That is a thing you need to keep highlighted. So I would like me personally, I would say inventory management is more important now than it ever was because you don't need to have a bunch of food on you. So it's obviously going to go by the name, by the alphabetic letter. So Nuka and Toxic, if you guys mix together and dark above it, you're going to like obviously vodka would be below T, or whiskey would be below T, so you'd be good. So I would say inventory management, especially with PvP, is going to be super important. PvE wise, I don't see why you wouldn't need any more than this if you're a ghoul. Like I don't see why you would need a bunch of food on you. If you do, let's say pasty squirrel stew, it's going to be between the goo, but at least the goo, like I said, if you pop a quantum, go back in. I'm on quantums. Pop a goo, go back out, go back in. It's on goo. So that's just a small little thing that people should know. I hope that y'all either know now or y'all should know. But either way, I'm gonna highlight just to make sure y'all do see that and understand that's a thing now. And the same way with armor. Armor now, you're shielded is now obviously my shielded secret service is now in that. It is literally for this. This is my PvP armor actually, my aristocrats elemental stuff. But this is obviously my PvP stuff, which is the old assassins, endurance, sentinel, and rangers, thorn set. Now, there's something I do want to highlight about this when it comes to PvE. I've noticed this, and I'm pretty sure y'all have too. But let's go over real quick. I'm gonna go to West Tech to kind of show you this, the PvE side, when it comes to this. But yeah, let's knock this out real quick. Okay, so builds matter more than ever now, like by a lot. Why is my character still fucking invisible? Oh my god. Anyway, I don't know why. Lag server, I guess. All right, so I'm sneaking around, obviously, and one shot. Because I don't know if you know this, Don Pedro is stupid OP in PvE and PvP. Even without crit, obviously, too. So I'm going to let these guys see me real quick. Okay, that was weird, but alright. Remember, I'm in assassin's armor. Look at how weak these enemies are. This is assassin's armor. Look how weak they are. Look at this. Oh, if you notice something, I'm a ghoul. And that's serendipity kicking in. So serendipity is not doing what it says it does. It's not 30% health. It is somehow either, whether it's intentional or not, I'm guessing non-intentional, serendipity works really well, PvE. What, am I getting lag in this server? Oh my god. Anyway, well, whatever, it's alright. Obviously you can it's not doing hardly anything to me. Like this is a joke. This is an assassin's armor. So just to show you something else. Wow, there's a lot of lag in the server. Oh my god. No armor. No armor whatsoever. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. No armor. No armor whatsoever. 173 ballistic and 226 energy. Just flat out scaly scan and just card build. PvE got really easy. Like really easy. Obviously you can see serendipity popping off non-stop, as you can tell. So obviously 30% health is not. Would you get out of the way, please, sir? Thank you. Please, sir, can you get out of the way? Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Move out the way, please. Trying to have a conversation, and you're just in the way, and you're rude. What?
I'm gonna kill you so much.
Wow, that's a lot of lag. I'm not gonna lie. That's something. Well, whatever. It doesn't matter.
My arm.
Anyway, now with that being said. He's just dying. Excuse me, sir. You have a way, please.
Only for super mutant.
Well, So, okay, so as you can tell,
You
even PV
disappear.
was,
No fair.
yeah, you're super tanky because of your build. So, like I said, builds matter insanely a lot now. And I'm going to tell you a personal opinion when it comes to PvP. If you're in PA, you're doing it wrong. And it's simply because of this. Okay, so obviously, as a ghoul, would be more beneficial in PvP. But obviously, I have hyper reflexes, and I also have thick skin, which obviously 10% less ballistic damage, and obviously that kicks in because there's a 20 evasion while you have glow. Once you glow's high, it works. You cannot use this, and you cannot use this, and you cannot use this, and you cannot use this in PA. None of that works with PA, obviously. None of it. So you're a little bit more susceptible to damage, but at the same time, and I've preached this a lot, it's not how hard you can get hit. How much damage can you just ignore? And these cards ignore damage. It doesn't exist. So as long as your glow is high, there's 20%, there's 5%, and of course evasive. I'm not even sure what the number is. Let me look at my Pip-boy and see if we can get us a direct number. There we go, 7%. So you got 5%, 7%, you got 20%, and obviously serendipity's not showing. So right there, it's 32% of evade. So you're literally avoiding 32% of damage. So no matter what your damage output is in PvP, 32% of that damage is just it's in the ether. It's gone. It doesn't exist. And obviously serendipity is not working the way it says. It says when you below 30% health. Well, guess what? I'm a ghoul, and I was not at 30% health. Right to go. And you just seen that. I had pretty much full glow, or at least half glow, and it's still just popping nonstop, nonstop, popping, popping, popping. And it also does this in PvP and PvE. So this is not a one-sided thing. This works in both forms. So it's proc is no longer. I don't see how based on luck because I don't see that being a thing because I only have 7 luck. Like that's not a lot. So let's go to specials. Well, I'm at 13 luck. So she's not bad, but it's not like super great either, in my personal opinion. It's not a lot, especially for it to proc that quick, that quickly, and that fast. That is super fast. So the cooldown, I think, has been changed on this. And well, technically there ain't no cooldown because it doesn't really say that. But I know before it did say technically had a cooldown, and it's supposed to be a cooldown. And apparently, based on luck, is not extremely relevant. It's not as important because I had 4 luck before I did this. I changed my build a little bit the other day. Actually, last night, late last night, me and my buddy was playing around. I changed it and I added 3 more luck for the Wild West hands, just for certain guns I use. Because this is like my kind of all-around PvP build. This is the one I normally just run around in. And you're welcome to take a screenshot of this, check it out. Also, I wanna highlight this. This is something that's super important when it comes to PvP. If you PvP'd any in the last few days after the update, you will notice armor breaks super fast, like super fast, especially against explosive weapons. So a Gauss Mini, explosive minigun, a Dom Pedro, a dragon, anything, hell, explosive fixer, no matter what it is, it's gonna rip apart your armor extremely fast. So that's another thing about PA. I'm very hard about not being PA this season. Obviously, I never really care about PA, but now I'm very much against it because in PvP, because I feel like you're nerfing yourself because you're a big ass target when you're in PA. You're double the size of a character, so you're just making it easier to be hit. And if you're fighting somebody who's not in PA, it's gonna make you harder to hit. Simple as that. So I would my own opinion, my own personal opinion, I would say you need to learn out of PA fighting because you're going to be a little bit more tanky, you're going to avoid more damage, and you're going to be able to move a lot faster, and you won't be super obvious where you are because if you're in a big metal husk and you're walking around, even when you're stealth boy and crouch, and you don't get liquid on sight, you can't see them, you don't get berry mentats on, they're not standing up, etc. All that's going to bring about to the point where they're going to get sneak damage on you really fast. Also highlighting that snake damage does not work for PA as it does for out of PA. It's easier to get sneak damage out of PA than it is in PA because that's the way the game works in general. Even for PvE, it's been working that way for a while now, but now it's super obvious that it's different. All right, guys, that's pretty much sums up the video today. I feel like it was kind of going on a little too long. I know it's a lot of information that's being passed around in this video alone. Obviously, the next videos are going to be more dedicated to builds, exact builds. So, like I said, in the comment section, tell me what builds you want, and whichever one pretty much comes out first, I'll probably do that first. If you want commando, you want big guns, you want like mini guns or Gauss or laser rifles or handmaids. Give me an idea of the way I can shoot one first, because I'm gonna try to prioritize those, the ones you want first, and that way I can follow down the steps. And then obviously I kind of was waiting on this anyway for the update because I did things want to change. I've been playing Arc Raiders a lot, and just PvP kind of like really felt like a really bad place. Well, not really bad. It wasn't a very good spot, I don't think, last season. That's why I really wasn't that active. I kind of got bored with it. But now since this, I have had a major resurgence in this. I see a lot of PvPers coming back. I've even seen stackers come in and leave because most of them are upset they can't stack no more. They're like, oh, PvP is so hard. No, it's not. You just suck. So obviously, I want to help out the community. I want to get more people involved, like I always have. So, like I said, thanks guys for watching, and I appreciate y'all for always, for supporting my channel and supporting what I do. And don't thank you, so I appreciate it. It's immensely appreciated. And I know I've been going for a while, so thank you for sticking around. So let's get back to it. Let's get some more stuff out there. Let's get the info out. Let's have some fun. Let's get some PvP going. Legitimate. Stackers trash. They're done. So that's great. So let's do it, guys and ladies. See you on the next one.